What is the foundation of communism? Well, off the top of my head, equal distribution of wealth, public ownership of land. A communist society is one that strives towards being classless and stateless. So you may assume that this is what China is striving towards, equal distribution of wealth. Just that you'll be wrong. China is an insult in the face of communism. 22,000 people from China and Hong Kong have money stashed in offshore accounts. 22,000. Did you know this? I'm sure the people of China do not know very much about it. China is an oligarchy. Its people are being led by 21st century czars. What I'll tell you over the next couple of minutes will be very hard for Xi Jinping's men to digest, but here it is. At least $4 trillion in untraced assets have left China since the year 2000. 4 trillion. Where did this money go? Into offshore accounts and trusts. China's elites own secret companies abroad. They operate offshore accounts. Let me tell you who these people are. At least 15 of them are members of China's National People's Congress. Then there are members of the Politburo Standing Committee and some family members of President Xi Jinping. That's right. Deng Xiaogui. He's the brother-in-law of Xi Jinping. He's also the owner of 3 offshore companies. We have the names: Victory Enterprises Limited, Best Effect Enterprises Limited, and Wealth Ming International Limited. These companies are located in the British Virgin Islands. The first company was dissolved in 2007. The other 2 companies have been lying low. What purpose were these companies supposed to serve? Well, I will not challenge your intellect by answering that question. Our communist entrepreneur number 2 is Li Xiaolin, the daughter of former Chinese Premier Li Peng. Li Xiaolin and her husband own an offshore firm called Kofic Investment. Their company is also based out of the British Virgin Islands. And in case you're wondering why, it's because the British Virgin Islands, BVI, is a tax haven. Next on the list is Jasmine Lee Zedong. She's the granddaughter of former Politburo Standing Committee member Jia King Lin. Jasmine owns an offshore company called Harvest Sun Trading Limited. Also on the list is a grandson-in-law of former CCP chairman Mao Zedong. His name is Dong Sheng. He incorporated Keen Best International Limited in the British Virgin Islands in 2011. Chen is also the head of a life insurance company and an art auction house. Communism and auction house, quite an interesting combination. And trust me, this Hall of Shame has way too many members, so I'll keep it short and only tell you about some of the other prominent names and secret offshore entrepreneurs. There is Li Xingput, the son-in-law of Standing Committee member Zhang Gaoli. Jia Li Qing, the daughter-in-law of Politburo Standing Committee member Li Yunshan. Zhen Qinghuai, the brother of China's former Vice President Zheng Qinghong. Hu Dehua, the son of former CCP chief Hu Yaobang. Now the question is, how did they manage to set up companies abroad? The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists ran a study, and they found that these Chinese elites were helped by Western financial groups, the likes of PricewaterhouseCoopers and UBS. Swiss financial giant Credit Suisse, for example, reportedly helped Wen Jiabao's son create his company. This was at a time when Wen Jiabao was leading China. The next most obvious question, does Xi Jinping know about all of this? Of course he does. He's hand in gloves here. His administration does not require government officials to disclose their personal assets. So how does China conceal this from the public? First, by censorship. Any reports regarding offshore assets are quickly taken off the internet. The second way to do it, China projects itself as a no-nonsense society. Xi Jinping would tell you that anti-corruption is a hallmark of his regime. Public figures are routinely arrested to hammer this point home. From actor Fan Bingbing and Interpol chief Meng Hongwei. If someone still demands government officials to disclose their assets, they're jailed. Xi Jinping's China has not just failed its people, but also its founders. When you have relatives of Xi Jinping, Mao Zedong and Hu Yaobang stashing money in offshore accounts and companies. You know that the promise of a communist China has been hammered into pieces. Such a shame.